All right, guys. We're out here at Beacon Dragway, our local racetrack, and we might make some test hits. Well, we are going to make some test hits. First time getting the car out. I changed the converter to what it needed. The car seemed to be doing a little better. I took the drag radials off. I put slicks on it. So hopefully everything goes good. I like to make at least 2 or 3 good passes. Hopefully everything goes together, runs good. So we can not necessarily get data, but at least get some kind of knowledge of how the car's going to run and what to look for to need to change, maybe fix, whatever. But I'm pretty excited. I'm nervous. Should be a good turnout tonight. Everybody at the drag strip. Like I said, streetcar band, so it's all streetcar stuff. So basically just run whatever you can break down here. And I'm taking the opportunity to get some test hits in so we can see what the cars are. Get the neon out. I'm nervous.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm nervous. What do you think, brother?
Hope he does good. Hope he calms down a little bit. I know he's nervous as heck.
Oh no.
A little different than on the street, ain't it? Looked like it was a little fast. Yeah, that's why I'm out here. I got my chance.
We did it.
Well, what'd you think?
Now you can start publishing.
God damn.
Poor thing.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't even on the brake.
Really? Foot brake?
Yeah. Just want to see how it done. Foot brake.
It left pretty good for being a foot brake.
Huh?
It left pretty good for being a foot brake.
How are you, Mike Sharp? Mark.
You gonna take the old Thursday now, huh?
Yeah, we drug around. Justin Mauser was talking some smack. Now, this poor thing ain't had a bath in a month, but we can't let nobody talk some smack. We're gonna have to try to.
Definitely not. Go get it, buddy.
Third gens to the front, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, fucking oil everywhere. Fucking dash flew off. That's why I let off of it. It fucking came back and hit me.
Damn, the yanker in.
Oh my god.
Put the evidence in the
Look, the evidence in the car.
Holy shit. That's something I let off, man. That's something that fucking come back and hit me.
Fucking clothesline you.
Well, it hit the steering wheel sitting and flying up, and I was like, oh shit. It ain't corners. This is not drop.
After you took off, there wasn't hardly.
But I did my burnout, and it started smoking. So
Yeah.
oil got on the header. You can see it saturated that level. That was on there last week.
I just pushed him down. He wasn't all the way in there.
That's why. It blew out of that CPU. Blew it out.
Extra gas can get dipstick.
This Mississippi, make sure you get the chicken strips in there. We got honey mustard ranch, barbecue, sweet and sour, all the sauce that you want. We got fresh cut fries. That's the special we got going on, fresh cut fries tonight. Usually they're cooked to order, so we get sure.
up that far.
I'm gonna take a guess.
What do you think?
I think about a 686 and about a.
They didn't turn my time off. 6.8.
What?
You got
6.8.
680 and what? 105?
100 mile an hour.
100? Six eighty.
6.8.
Yeah, you definitely got to drill and put studs in
Yeah.
because you see that.
I'm done.
You're done?
Spun the rim. Yep.
The front tire came up.
Spun the tire on the rim.
That ain't too bad though.
Not bad, but I'm done. I'm not gonna.
Well, I thought you could put screws in that thing the other
You
day.
ain't done.
Yeah, I'll probably be done. Run this one to 6.8. I think.
Come on.
6.8? You got tubes in there too, don't you? Oh,
You can't run a tube without putting screws in it.
yeah, it's just a tube.
Hey,
I thought you said you had all that stuff done.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not terrible. But... Did it? All right, guys. So we did it. We made our first test hits on the track this past weekend. First of all, I want to say I'm testing out these new mics that I got to try to help with sound quality, I guess. Might be kind of, hopefully it's not echoey because I'm standing in the shop. It's kind of quiet in here. But anyways, made our first test hits. I'm very excited and happy that we got to do that. It was kind of a last minute thing because I didn't realize that we still had another Streetcar Madness event in our local track, Beacon Dragway in Paducah, Kentucky. So we decided last minute we were going to go down there and try to, test the car. But I still had some things to button up to get ready. And it was like the night before we got finished. So I was on crunch time, but we got it fixed. I put a different converter in it to, kind of match the setup. I was borrowing my buddy Mike's converter, and I think it was just a little too small. But got the new converter in it. That kind of gave some trouble. I won't really go into detail, but we had a fight with that. That was really the only issue I think we had. That was crunching us down and making us rush. But it is what it is. I'm sure that's not going to be the last time that we run into an issue like that or a situation like that where we're crunching, trying to beat the clock to make it to an event. But good thing is we got it done and we got to test and we made some really good hits. Made 4 passes down the track. The first pass was just a foot brake pass, and then I left on the trans brake the last 3. It was just a learning deal. I already know some things that we've got to work on. We've got to change and fix. I'll say the first issue that we found was I made my first pass, and I had already thought about it, but the hood doesn't have all of the latches on it. So when I went across the finish line, I could see daylight on the other side of the hood, so I knew it wasn't going to last. I don't want to take a chance on blowing the hood off, so the last 3 passes that we made, we took the hood off of it. So I need to get that fixed, go ahead and finish putting on my little things in there to latch the hood down so we don't have that issue anymore. Let's see, the next issue would be, it started blowing oil out of the dipstick tube. I guess we got a lot of crankcase pressure. I had thought about putting a vacuum pump on it, and I guess I'm going to end up having to do that. So that will probably help with that issue. You can see in the video when I did the burnout, I noticed it started smoking, and I didn't like that, so I stopped and I shut the car off, and I had the guys up there by the starting line look at it. My brother was up there, and we were checking it. It was just blowing out a little bit. It seemed like a lot because all the smoke and everything, but it really wasn't that bad. So got all these damn flies. Anyways, that being said, I ended up going ahead and making a pass, and you can see in the past the smoke blowing off where it's probably hitting the header. Got back to the pits, and it really wasn't that much oil. It was just, it just seemed like a lot because as much as it was smoking. But it really wasn't that terrible, so we got to get that fixed. And then in the same pass, when I launched off the brake, the dash flew off and come back, and I kind of got sideways a little bit. I lifted and got back in it, but I was like, what the hell? So we got to get that fixed. It's my fault because I threw the new dash cover in there and I never bolted or screwed the dash down. So, I mean, always double check what you're doing. I wasn't expecting that at all. It kind of scared the crap out of me. But that's an easy fix. I just throw the dash back in there and put screws in it this time. That would make sense. I put a slick on the rims. I took the radials off and put slicks on, and it made a big difference, but I didn't have I'm not running tubes. I just threw the slicks on because that was a last minute deal too. But I need to screw the rims. I don't have bead locks, so I'm just going to do the old fashioned way, bead locks, and drill the rims and put screws in the tires. And I've got tubes now, so I'm going to put tubes in it and run screws in them because it was, the rim was slipping the tire because I marked it and you could see, and it moved it a good 6 inches or so between two passes. So I didn't want to take any more chances on that, so I kind of called it quits for the night. Besides that, it was getting kind of busy, and waiting in the staging lanes for quite a while. I mean, you're going to have that, but I was kind of ready to get to the house anyway. I was worn out. It was very hot that day as well. I think the last issue would be it didn't overheat, but it did act like it wanted to get hot, which it stayed around 180, but just kind of sitting there, it wanted to climb up to about 200, and that's when I started getting a little antsy. So I was shutting the car off in the staging lanes and whatnot, but at the same time, it still didn't want to. I wanted to kind of run a little cooler than that and be comfortable going through the staging lanes. If I could make a back-to-back hit, that would be great. But I was pulling back in and letting it cool off for about 30, 45 minutes before I made another pass. So those are the issues that I've got right now. I do have some things I want to change. It seemed like it wanted to steer left a little bit going down the track, and it also seemed kind of bouncy, which the track is not the smoothest track, but it seemed very bouncy a little bit going down through there. So we're going to do some suspension adjustments. I've been in touch with Matt Walter again. That's my go-to guy, and he's pretty well told me maybe upgrade the anti-roll bar in the back. So we're going to upgrade that stuff and maybe make another event in October. We still got fine-tuning to do. I mean, we didn't even put a timing light on it. We didn't change any timing. We didn't do any carb settings or nothing. We just seemed like it ran really well for what we did. Never been on a dyno. For not being on a dyno or any kind of fine-tuning, I think it ran pretty healthy. I was pretty impressed with it. Everybody was pretty impressed with it. The next step also will be we're going to put nitrous on it, obviously, so I need to be looking at getting a kit ordered for it. And then that's going to change the whole game, So we've got a lot of work to do, but it's one step at a time. I'm just glad that we made it this far. That was the main goal. So all the love and support that you guys have given me, my friends and family that showed up down there. Like I said, if you didn't know I was going down there, I apologize. It was just like a last minute thing, like maybe 2 or 3 days before we were even going to go. That's when I decided, hey, let's try to make this race. So Had a really good time. It felt really good to be at the track and actually be racing a car for once. So I was very nervous because I've driven cars down a drag strip before, but never, a race car. So it was a big difference between driving a little street car to that. It really shook my nerves a little bit and had my adrenaline on cloud 9 for sure. But as the night went on, and I'd say probably by the last pass, I was pretty comfortable. I knew what I needed to do. I was focused. I was paying attention to everything. My shift points were a lot better. The last pass was my best pass that night. That's because I let her shift. I shifted it where it needed to be at as far as RPMs. But it felt really good. It pulled really hard all the way through to the end. The brakes worked good. Slowed me down. It's just a learning process for me, guys. I've never raced a race car on the drag strip before. It's all been a little street car stuff that we played around with, and it's been a long time since I've done that actually too. So I won't stand here and ramble too much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are really tuned in now that we've made this kind of progress. I'll try to do better at making some more content as far as doing the stuff that I told you we needed to fix on it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of support. Go follow my Instagram, my TikTok. I've got a TikTok now. Team Sharp Racing, Facebook page. You guys let me know what you think about it. If you have any questions, concerns, feel free to DM me on Instagram. That's the best way to get a hold of me. On not my personal Instagram if you find me on there, but on Team Sharp Racing, you send me a DM on there. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions and things like that, or just comment on the videos. But I appreciate it, guys. Stay tuned.